Europe is not just an important market for Mastercard, it's an essential one. This is the region of the world where our World Beyond Cash vision is most likely to first take place in countries like Sweden and others in the Nordics. It's hugely important to us from a cross-border perspective. 60% of all cross-border volume, so important to Mastercard's revenue and future growth prospects, are European-based cards. And this is a market that is all about innovation. Europe invented the EMV chip standard that is now securing payments around the world. 70% of all payment cards that have contactless capability are European cards. That's an incredibly important bridge to the digital future that we're all building. And right now there's innovations happening across Europe on digital wallets and other extraordinarily new innovations. And for those reasons and many others, Mastercard's future is in Europe as much as or more than it is anywhere else in the world. Europe has a very strong regulatory environment. When I look around the world in my role, the regulators here in Europe are by far the most sophisticated, with the most detailed understanding of consumer payments markets, evolution of technology, and the needs of stakeholders, merchants, consumers, issuers, and networks. Regulation and innovation are not mutually exclusive. I think the great benefit of regulation is that it provides certainty to market participants. Everyone wants to know what the regulatory regime is, and if you know that, then you know how to invest. You know the places to invest, you know the issues that you need to address. So the stability of a regulatory system can be very powerful in enabling competition and enabling innovation. I think where regulation can get in the way of innovation is when it chooses winners and losers, when it says this technology and not that one is the one that should be used. And that's where we say we have to make sure that government steps back from that kind of role, that it leaves to the private market that kind of innovation. So the digital single market is all about making sure that European consumers, no matter where they live, have access to goods and services across the common market that the European Union has created. And payments naturally have a strong ability to help advance those issues. And so we're very supportive of that initiative, and we're looking to work very collaboratively with the Commission and to find specific ways to be helpful. We fundamentally define financial inclusion, or inclusion in general, as access to networks. When people are excluded, it's because they don't have access to financial networks, to networks of data and information, to networks of jobs and contacts, to networks of education and opportunity. And so I think you need to think of financial inclusion as access to networks. We are one of the networks that people can get access to, and when they do, and they have the ability to pay via a secure Mastercard account conveniently anywhere around the world, they have new access to enable their lives and live the lives that they would like to lead. But true inclusion means access across the range of networks that might be relevant in a person's life. And it's why the Center for Inclusive Growth is dealing with those wider set of network access issues, whether it's education, jobs, or other forms of economic opportunity.